Hey everyone, I'm back and today we're going to be talking about The Power of the Dog, and this movie is out on Netflix and it's directed by Jane Campion. Sorry if I butchered that name. And this movie stars Benedict Cumberbatch, Kirsten Dunst, Jesse Plemons, and this movie was great. There isn't really a story, really. It's more about just watching characters in one location and just watching them interact with each other, and they all have different personalities, and it's very entertaining to watch. And Benedict Cumberbatch, he's extremely rude to everybody. He hates pretty much everyone who's around him, and he doesn't like Kirsten Dunst, and she just doesn't get along with anyone, really. Whereas his brother, Jesse Plemons, he's very, he plays like a nice guy and tries to get along with everyone. The exact opposite of his brother, which I found to be pretty entertaining. And there's a lot of great scenes in this movie, and there were definitely parts where I thought it was really funny when, especially with Benedict Cumberbatch. I think he was excellent in this movie, and he's really the main star of the film for me. And there's a scene in this movie where he's just I really don't want to spoil it, but it was so funny to me when he's like chasing a guy away when he's that's all I'm gonna say. He's just chasing a guy. And there's plenty of great scenes in this movie that are like that, if not similar to that. And this movie was never boring for me, and the location, it never felt like we were just trapped in one location, even though most of the movie takes place in one location. It never felt repetitive. It never felt as though it was wasting any time, and each scene in this movie basically gives you new information to learn about the characters. And although there isn't a plot to the movie, it's more about its characters, kind of like The Hateful Eight, minus the little what's being set up and the tension that's being built up as the movie goes along. It's kind of like that, but there isn't really anything at stake. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but I'm just saying that's a fact about the movie. There's nothing at stake, really. This movie also looks very nice. There was never any issue with the lighting, especially like, I think this movie was mostly shot outdoors, and it was never overexposed or underexposed. Everything, you could see everything really clearly. And this movie is also split up into 5 chapters. I'm gonna call them chapters. I guess you could call them acts, but each I'm gonna say chapter. Each chapter in this movie is pretty much its own separate story. I believe 5 is the longest, because that's where the most happens and you learn the most about the characters. Before that, it's pretty much a decent amount of setup as to what's eventually going to happen in Chapter 5, and I really enjoyed the build-up to everything. I thought it was very well handled, and I think the characters are very well defined, and the payoff is satisfying for me, and that's pretty much all I have to say about The Power of the Dog. And the only issue I had with the movie was the music. In the second half is where it really stood out to me. It wasn't bad, but it was kind of distracting with how it was handling the tone of each scene, if that makes sense. Because sometimes it was, from what I remember, it was pretty much just a piano, and it was kind of implying that something tense was going to happen, like it was in a horror movie. And I'm like, this doesn't feel right. But aside from that, I don't have any other issues with this movie. Check it out. I think it's really great. And I'm going to give The Power of the Dog an 8 out of 10. Thank you for watching my videos as always. If you enjoyed this review, be sure to leave a like and comment down below what you thought of The Power of the Dog down below. And my social media links, they will all be in the description down below, so follow me there. And last but not least, subscribe to be a part of Foley Nation. And I'll see you when I get my next review up, and that is going to be for Minority Report. So look forward to that. But until I get that up, thank you for watching and have a great day.